What's up, everybody? How's it going? Okay, Booper looks a little bit... What happened to you, my friend? Turn that down a little bit. When Booper took a vacation, Booper got a little bit disconfigured. But what's up, everybody? We're gonna start our very first, well, my very first shiny Terrakion hunt. Oh my god, he's right behind me, isn't he? So I'm gonna use this Gardevoir. Let's get over there. So to shiny hunt Terrakion in this game, you have to find all the annoying, oh my god, all the annoying footprints, and then head over to this cave. Sableye is a very, very evil Pokemon, by the way. There he is. We're just gonna, like, hang out in this corner. Oh, my god, Gardevoir did scare me, actually. Yeah, I've never shiny hunted any of the Swords of Justice. Terrakion's my favorite, so that's what we're gonna go with. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Yep, it just kind of walks around. Look at him. Oh, this is the Shaman counter I'm using. It felt weird to reset. I can't believe I got all the mythicals from BDSP this year. That's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna do Terrakion first. And then Cobalion, and then I'll do Virizion last. Unfortunately, Keldeo is in the game, but, it's locked, so... You hate to see it. Speaking of things you hate to see, chat, I did upload my biggest shiny fail of 2024 up on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that, it's quite a hoot and a holler. Yeah, let me go over my Gardevoir real quick, whose name is Todd Howard. Don't ask. But it has the zoom lens. Hypnosis, Reflect, Stored Power. I actually need to test out Stored Power right now. I calced it. I just want to do a chunk of damage and put it to sleep and hope for the best. Yeah, I could have just stopped with, unfortunately, Keldeo is in the game, you're right. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Also, Gardevoir has Synchronize, which is why I'm using it. I wanted to use Xatu, at first. I was originally gonna go for Taunt, but I changed my mind. I think Taunting Swords... Because +6 Terrakion is honestly kind of scary. I don't know, what did you guys use? What are some Pokemon that you guys used? Hold on, I'm editing Booper. It's a bit too manic. The software is kind of hard to use. Is that better? Not really. Oh, I should put more Pokemon on my team. Because Centiskorch is not going to appreciate a +6 Stone Edge. I also considered Shiinotic. But yeah. Also, first ads coming up on Twitch. Ad warning. Who should I put in? You know, we'll put Bone Zone on the team. Who else do I want to grab? I don't know, False Swipe is definitely something I could do, but it seems like it would take forever. I just don't enjoy sitting there false swiping. We put Lele on the team. Tapu Lele. Yeah, I should probably have a, I mean, how many... Hold on, let me bring up the Cerebi or Bulbapedia, whatever. Sword Shield legendaries. Okay, so Terrakion is level 70. It has Sacred Sword, Sword Stance, Stone Edge, Close Combat. So Sacred Sword is 15, Sword Stance is 20, and then Stone Edge and Close Combat are both 5. I feel like that's doable. I mean, it'd have to be really bad. It would have to be diabolically terrible if I didn't catch Terrakion like that.
Welcome back.
It's okay.
Justin with the 59 months! Thank you, thank you. Wait, what's okay? I don't even remember what I asked. But thanks for the 59 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20, 30, 40. Oh, too many boopers. The booper limit has been reached. Terrakion's catch rate isn't awful. Yeah, I think I should be okay, but I'll throw in some other Pokemon just in case this, for whatever reason, goes south quickly. I have heals too, so... I still cannot believe Synchronize doesn't work in Scarlet Violet, by the way. I was doing research about Synchronize, and I was kind of blown back by that. All right, you ready, Todd? Yeah, Todd's ready. Todd is ready, chat. Yeah, I definitely want to. One of my goals, I guess, for next year is to continue to knock off some of the legendaries on my list that aren't in Dynamax Adventures. So, Terrakion, Cobalion, and Virizion will be good ones to knock off the list. There's no Sableye. Sableye is a little demon. I was over here to get a screenshot for the thumbnail. And, Sableye kept terrorizing me. Terrakion actually is not aggressive. He just looks at you and it's like, oh, there's a person here. Which, yeah. Terrakion doesn't care. But, Sableye is quite diabolical. I should make a bingo for 2025? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Honestly, this hunt was kind of inspired by you guys, because a lot of you have shiny hunted the Swords of Justice lately, so... But yeah, we saved, so let's do it. 1. 1! Okay, we're gonna see how much stored power does. Alright. It's decent. I feel like that should be good. I would obviously set up a reflect first. So let me walk myself through this. This is for me, chat. I start battle. Terrakion is shiny. I freak out. I go for reflect, and then I go for hypnosis, and then I go for a stored power. Stored power will not crit, will not kill even if it crits. So I tested that too. Yeah, we're gonna run away. Alright. See you later, fella. And then we're gonna set up camp. Do I think ZA will be on the Switch too? Yes. Yes, I do. You guys peeping all the Switch 2 leaks? Okay, you're gonna have to give me some time to get used to the buttons, chat. And just like that, Terrakion's back. Let me heal. Yeah, I have billion full restores and max revives. And then this is how it goes. So, easy peasy, I think. Yeah, the Zubat really wants to. The Zubat's hanging around. Then we go to camp. Oh, Gardevoir is flying. Okay, yeah, this is really easy. And then for Pokeball, I think I might do Luxury. Or Premier. I actually don't think I have a lot of Lux Balls left, but that's fine. I'll go buy some when I remember to. The most interesting... Oh. We got to encounter Terrakion and he was just a little tiny spawning fella. The most interesting thing about the Switch 2 leaks is the colors. I'm intrigued by the orange, chat. Okay. Power Wash Simulator. Classic. But yeah, I mean, you're pretty much right, Cacturn. It's pretty much just a more modernized, sleeker, updated looking Switch. That's basically what it is. It's got some more the dock has like some curves going on. I think that's the Joy-Con colors. Which I love orange. Orange makes me think of the GameCube. So I'm all for orange. I'll take anything that isn't gray, white, or black. If we're being real, chat, I would have taken, like, brown. Anything except boring gray, white, or black. Yeah, skin, or I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of... I mean, there might even be like a PLZA Switch too, who knows? There's a lot of rumors that Nintendo is going to reveal the Switch 2 early January, and then it's going to be released in March. I think multiple different leakers have claimed that. I don't know, though. Dang, this is actually way faster than I was anticipating that it was going to be. Just camping on top of Terrakion makes this so fast. It's been such a sluggish pre-announcement period. Oh, yeah. I mean, Nintendo probably should plan to reveal the Switch 2 as soon as possible, because if they don't, the Chinese leakers will. Yeah, yellow would be really unique. I'd be down for yellow. My Game Boy Color was yellow. Ooh, Spiritomb. Now there's an idea. Yeah, this is really fast. We're already at 10. Yeah, my Game Boy Color was yellow. Yellow is a classic. I like green too. I feel like we haven't had a green console in a long time. I like little Terrakion. They did do a lot of, like, the Princess Peach game that came out this year had the pink Joy-Cons. They actually did a lot of pastels for the Switch. So they could definitely bring some of those pastel colors back. What's up, everybody? I know, the Keldeo thing is such... It's so annoying. It really is so annoying. Game Freak is so funny. Some games, they're like, sure, you can shiny hunt all these legendaries, it's fine. But also, there's the bonus mythical, but you can't hunt that. That's not allowed. That is not allowed. I also genuinely like Terrakion shiny. It's got some nice colors on it. Terrakion has orange. Yeah, Regigigas is on my list. I still haven't decided where I want to shiny hunt Regigigas. But that's definitely on my list. Geez, we're already at 15. I guess I'm not used to how quick this is after... You know, because with Arceus, you had to turn the console off. Or turn the game off. And then go through that excruciatingly long BDSP boot up screen. So, this is like, wow, refreshing. Yeah, the rest of the Regis are on my list as well, at some point. Because the Regis and the Swords of Justice are not in Dynamax Adventures, so I gotta get them at some point. $16. I wonder which of the Swords of Justice will be the nice one. Dog's larger than Terrakion. How big is Terrakion, like, supposed to be? Terrakion is 6'3", chat. This would be a terrifying Pokemon. That is not 6'3" right there. It's 6'3" and it weighs 573.2 pounds. That's a big fella. Look at Senti Scorch. Why is the lighting and, like, why does this cave look not terrible? How did they figure out the cave textures and rock textures in here? And not in SV. Also, Booper is, like, annoying me. I don't know why it's so stiff. a bug tier list. Scizor would probably be high up there. What's up, Databite? Oh, you're sick. Yeah, that's been going around. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. Yeah, like, I don't know. It looks decent in here, right? The lighting engine in this game is legitimately not terrible. What happened? It has like fog in here. You see that? There's like fog. There's atmospheric effects in here. Like a draft. Alright, we're already at 20. Oh my gosh, this is so fast! I'm like blown away how fast this is. This is honestly reminding me more of the Shaman reset, except I'm not running away. Drinking ginger ale, nice. Sometimes it feels weird to run away. I have to reprogram my brain for the shiny hunt. You could turn your console off, or you could turn the game off and reboot it, but I think it's actually like 1 second faster to do just the camp reset. Do, 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 do. Again, Gardevoir is mostly here for Synchronize. I'm gonna do Jolly Nature for Terrakion. Why would they get rid of Synchronize? It legitimately makes me upset. Synchronize has been such a great feature. Apparently, Synchronize doesn't work on every Pokemon in this game, though. I was actually researching it a little bit, because I was going through a list of which Synchronizer I wanted to use. And Bulbapedia had a... No, don't bring out the toy. Bulbapedia had a blurb about it. It doesn't even work on every Pokemon. Attacks look best in PLA. Yeah, the leaping movement adds so much. It's why Battle Revolution's attacks are so nice to look at. I thought the Swords of Justice had gender, but they don't. I thought they were like Heatran. Jeez, I'm gonna get to 100 really fast. Yeah, besides the Switch 2 stuff, the Switch 2 leaks, not really really much going on. It's definitely almost a new year, that's for sure. Yeah, Cress is gendered too, you're right. How's my day been? It has been okay. Oh, the genies, you're right. What's up, Mimikyu? Yeah, you're right. Like, Zacian and Zamazenta are mentioned to have gender, but they don't. So it's kind of strange. Oops, I knocked my golden go. Told figure over. Get back up. There. How was my Christmas? It was good. How was yours? Geez, I'm already at 30 and it hasn't even been a half an hour yet, chat. This is blowing my mind how fast this has been. Terrakion's one of my favorite Pokemon to use competitively. This feels it's just a big old tank. Whoops. What about Solgaleo and Lunala? I don't remember what their lore says about them. What is Jolly nature? Jolly is plus speed minus special attack. Soul is male, Lunala is female. Lugia is female because of the Silver episode. Yeah, you're right. Lugia does have a child in the anime, but I kind of don't consider that canon. I don't consider any of the anime stuff canon to the games. Too bad most of the stuff we're talking about is only ever put in Pokédex descriptions and not featured in the story themselves about the Pokemon. Why didn't we get to learn more about Zacian and Zamazenta in this game? I don't understand. Giovanni's mentorship of Mewtwo? How's that quote always go? We wanted to create the world's most powerful Pokemon. And we succeeded. Explosion. Carnivore is such a sassy Pokemon, the way it moves. Are there any other instances of stuff like that, chat? can't think of any other anime instances that people have kind of just accepted into the Pokemon canon as a whole. I don't know, canon is kind of a personal thing. You can consider, like what people consider canon, honestly, can vary. Geez, I'm having to reach across my desk a lot to get this number up. How does... oh, I guess Gardevoir levitates. I was gonna say, how does it walk with such thin legs? It has Serena feet. Legs. Leg. Or Darkrai. The Reggie cries were. That's really funny because I saw a TikTok the other day showing all the Reggie cries, and it went through, of course, Regirock, Regigigas. No, not Regigigas. Regirock, Regice, and Registeel are great. No notes. Regigigas kind of sounds like a person, though. The way the anime makes Regigigas sound is a little bit off-putting. And then they did Aleki, which was fine. But Regidrago was pretty whatever. But yeah, Regigigas just sounds like a dude. A guy. This is a huge cave, by the way. Gotta love how caves are such a prevalent part of video games, but they're just not a thing that really exists in real life around most people. I've never explored a big cave. I mean, maybe that's just me, but... I don't go spelunking very often. R-rated Pokemon movie. That honestly sounds like a disaster. That honestly sounds like a disaster. What's up, Galaxy? I think you could tell a more mature story without making it, like, R-rated. That just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Jeez, I'm almost at 50 already. Wow. Hope it's live action. Oh. That's cursed energy. What would a Pokemon movie do to deserve an R rating? Probably violence. Compilation fail where they found Virizion and ran because of muscle memory. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Well, actually, the Pokemon manga has... That's a good one, Tyler. If you wanted a rating 18 plus game in the EU, all you have to do is have gambling in it. Or some vague notion of gambling. Bro, the Pokemon manga, it's so dark. Have you seen the Pokemon manga, bro? It's so dark. I mean, that's not an inaccurate statement. The manga is quite dark, but it's not a thing. People regurgitate that as if every Pokemon fan on planet Earth doesn't know that. Yeah, there's the scene where Zinnia gets stabbed by Rayquaza. There's the scene with Arbok and uh-huh. I own Electric Tail of Pikachu. The weirdest thing about Electric Tail of Pikachu is how weird and gross Clefairy looks. The way Clefairy looks in that is freakish. I don't like it. They were like, what if we made Clefairy look like a little pervert? Both. Just what Pokemon really needed. Mpreg. It's time. I mean, a lot of that stuff is almost charming in the way it's... Like, we don't get stuff like that anymore in Pokemon. So it's charming in a way, where it's like Pokemon was so early, they just kind of did whatever. Fuses with Zekrom. It's kind of curious how few fusion things between people and Pokemon have happened. Like, we have like Lusamine, of course, and Nihilego, and a few other examples, but I'm surprised they haven't tried to do it more. Like, Digimon has a mechanic in Tamers where they just fuse with the humans and create a new Mega level Digimon. Did I count this one? Uh-oh. I'm already losing track. Help. Yeah, Biomerge. Which is sick. It's great in Tamers. It's very cool. Wait, I actually don't even know if I've seen these. Ryuga after combining with Zekrom. There's a character in the manga named Rug. Be so serious right now. Why would you name a character Rug? The character named Fraud. Okay, this is very silly. Very silly. I'm not advocating for Pokemon fusion with humans. I just think it's kind of curious that they've held off, which honestly for the best. Alright. Somebody in a Pokemon game is wearing some super suit or mecha suit. I immediately thought of Lysander. What was even the point of Lysander's little, like, Jack Spicer fly gadget thing that he brought out? Like, they wanted to make Team Flare very technological, and then didn't explain what any of their technology actually really does. I Actually, there was a hidden book in the library in the faraway shop that actually explains what it does. Oh, Steve Blum? Yeah, he's great. Steve Bloom? Steve Blum? However you say it. He's a great voice actor. Yeah, oh god, Ashkra Ninja. You're right and you should say it. The Chad Jack Spicer. So true. We're 10 away from 69, Chad. Exciting stuff. I mean, Challenge Showdown had great villains. Chase Young, Wooya, Jack Spicer, Catnape. Yeah, Hannibal Bean, Tubby Mora. I choose to ignore Shaolin Chronicles' existence. It's because they moved the production to Canada, and Canada has very strict laws about hiring, like, only Canadians. I'm pretty sure is the reason why most of the cast changed. I mean, it's not a good show, regardless of if they had the original voice talent or not, but... You know. That's why that is. I can't get over Chronicles just adding like a second Omi. They were like, what does this franchise need? What about Omi? But another one. Okay. The Sapphire... Oh, that's such a good one. That's a good dojo episode. But yes, the Sapphire Dragon is definitely one of the scariest Shengong Wu. I think they bring it back once or twice. It's one of those Shengong Wu that rarely ever saw the light of day ever again after its original episode. It's a neat idea. If you don't know what we're talking about, Shaolin Showdown has basically these magical items called Shengong Wu. They're kind of like the talismans from Jackie Chan Adventures. Both kids' WB shows. And there is one Shengong Wu called the Sapphire Dragon, which would turn your enemies into pure sapphire. And then they would be like sapphire zombies. Very neat idea. And the Sapphire Dragon is only defeated by actual real fire. The Golden Tiger Claws were always my favorite. Raimundo was always getting himself into trouble. Raimundo was voiced by Tom Kenny, fun fact, who is SpongeBob's voice actor. But she does a good enough job that you don't really hear it. Like, you can, but you get used to it. It's not like, I love Dante Bosco, don't get me wrong, but every time they bring Dante Bosco back to voice a character, you just hear Zuko, you know? Remember when they had, like, was he Zuko's son in Korra? And they brought back Dante Bosco? And he's just using a Zuko voice. Alright, chat, are you ready? Terrakion, you have a very rare opportunity to be the nicest shiny of all time. The nicest shiny of all time. What's up, Midnight? 69, nice, but you're not shiny, so it's not nice. I cannot believe I'm almost at 100 and it's not even been an hour. This is so quick, chat. Why didn't I do this sooner? Two-ton tunic! $70. I sat here for like 10 minutes pondering over Gardevoir names, and I just was something broke inside my brain, and I said Todd Howard. I think a lot of times stuff that scares kids is kind of like just nothing. Like some of the things I was afraid of as a kid were just goofy. Kids love scary stuff though. Like just look at the rise of mascot horror and how much kids love stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, Bendy's, blah blah blah, etc. I can safely say I've never been frightened by Goofy, the character. I trust Goofy, actually. Scared of Wormy. My horror analog. My spaces liminal. I mean, Goosebumps is, you know, meant to be scary. At least a little bit. But the things I was scared of in Goosebumps, very funny to go look back on, like Monster Blood. Monster Blood was basically like the worst CG you could imagine from a 90s TV show. But that spooked me solid. And of course Slappy, I've talked about. I mean, Slappy's legitimately scary. I still find Slappy a little bit unsettling. Like, ventriloquist dolls are just kind of scary. I don't know, there's just something about it. What's up, everybody coming in? Oh, hey, Immortal, thanks for the raid. We're shiny hunting Terrakion. Actually, a faster hunt than I had any idea that it would be. The abominable snow monster. You know what? That's valid, actually. There's a few things in those old, like, Rudolph. Honestly, a lot of old Christmas shows that are kind of scary. Alright, 76. Thanks. What's up, everybody? Thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. This is my first sword of justice I'm hunting. And my favorite. I'm Terrakion's #1 stan. The little drummer boy from— oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, Tyler. For some reason, I had a teacher show us the one where you get, like, the backstory of Santa and you meet, like, Mrs. Claus. You see when he met Mrs. Claus for the first time. And there's, like, the fire guy and the ice guy. Tyler is wrong about Terrakion Midnight. So true. I wish they'd bring Sly back. I miss the era of, like, Crash Bandicoot, Sly, Jak and Daxter. Now it's all just such serious AAA. No fun allowed. It's gotta be emotional and dark and... what if I just want to see Cash Banuka go, whoa! Terrakion has anime eyes. What do you mean everybody in this game has that? Yeah, that's a Caddy reference. I love Caddy. Alright, we are up to 80, chat. 80. It's been 54 minutes since I've been live. And I'm already at 100. Sheesh. I am blown away by how quick of a hunt this is. I'm gonna have these 3 done by the end of January. Oh my goodness. I mean, I could get diabolically unlucky. We'll see. You found all 3 within a couple of weeks? Yeah, I mean, this is so quick. The Meister movies on VHS. What's the name of Rudolph's girlfriend in those? Colleen? Crystal? No, it's not I would recognize it. Clarice. Clarice. Yes, I was thinking it's like an old-fashioned name. No, it's not Colleen Ballinger. Rudolph and Clarice are so Mickey and Minnie coded. Jump scare. Okay, good. Sableye isn't over here anyway. I mean, Terrakion has the opportunity to be shiny 800 for me. The Sword Shield Wild Battle theme is nostalgic for you. These games have been out a while. It has been a hot minute. It's incredible how long the Switch has lasted. Like, it really is just honestly crazy. November 17th, 2019. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That is truly wild. Getting 2 mainline Pokemon games on one console. I don't know what possessed me to put Tapu Bulu in my team, but seeing it in the camp is funny. It's like, yeah, it's Tapu Bulu, alright. You got the Switch Lite with it. I actually like the Switch Lite design with Zacian and Zamazenta on it. Man, how many kids, or even like adults, just got a Switch for Christmas when Nintendo was possibly on the cusp of announcing the Switch 2 in like a week? $90! Yo. Is the Bulu shiny? No, this is a competitive build Bulu. I basically just put a bunch of big beefy boys in my team in case Terrakion gets any funny ideas, because it does have sword stance. So it could theoretically get +6 and start going for some big boy hits. Yeah, the metal case is usually Europe. Or, I feel like, what's the last time we had a metal case? Pokemon pre-order bonuses the past, like, several years have been not good. They're always the best in Japan. You one-shot everyone but your legendaries. You almost had to use the Master Ball. Yeah, as soon as I saw that Terrakion had SD, I was like, okay. Okay. This is actually terrifying. This is actually a little bit terrifying. So I put some big beefy boys in the team for that. You have the gold case, nice. One thing I enjoyed about 2024, I got shiny Arceus. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, the Japanese... you know what game had a really good pre-order bonus, which is extremely funny, considering what game it is. That might have already given it away. But Detective Pikachu Returns in Japan came with a flocked Pikachu figure and a really cute promo card. But, you know, it's Detective Pikachu Returns, so... Quite possibly the most underwhelming Pokemon release of all time? Maybe the biggest a Pokemon release with the least amount of fanfare I've ever seen. What a funny game, dude. What an absolutely funny... The fact that they've made a sequel and then obviously had some sort of developmental trouble with the game. Detective Pikachu 2? A movie? I feel like that's never gonna happen. Detective Pikachu just needs to end. Like, I don't think the franchise needs to go on any longer. Just do a different Pokemon movie. What more can even be said about it? Yeah, he turns human in the end, yeah. I don't think we need to, like we're good. We don't need any more Detective Pikachu. I mean, there's always been the rumors of, like, a Red adaptation. Red is in the character. I mean, I guess the game. But... I don't know. It really is kind of crazy that they've not really done any. Like, video game movies are the hot new thing. The Mario movie made $1 billion. The Sonic movies are prospering and adding to the brand. Ryan Reynolds will do anything for a paycheck. You've seen some of those Netflix movies that guy is in? He'll say yes to anything. When movies were one and done. Yeah, not everything needs to be like a cinematic franchise. Biggie cheese. Also, ad jump scare on Twitch coming up. Ad warning. Are we talking like Michael Bay Transformers? I mean, Linkin Park always hits. Alright. 99. I mean, be honest, chat. If you were a movie critic and not a Pokemon fan and you went and watched the first Pokemon movie, how would you react? Be honest. Like, at a certain point, you have to understand, like, a 60-year-old movie critic is not gonna enjoy Digimon the movie. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. You just gotta not care about what critics think. The first one, the original first Pokemon movie. I would never talk about the remake. Talk about a project that didn't need to exist. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna sit here for a second while ads play. I mean, I have a lot of nostalgia for the early Pokemon movies, but they're not exactly cinematic masterpieces, is all I'm saying. It does have the best version of the first Pokemon theme song. The intro to all the Pokemon movies is usually just a delight. Like, I love the intro to 3. 3 has a great intro. I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs for a minute. But, like, you're absolutely correct. It is the best version of the song. Also, Pokemon the first movie had a separate soundtrack that had like Christina Aguilera on it. It's great. I like the animation in the Yu-Gi-Oh movie though. Having the cards actually display English text was pretty rad. I mean, yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh movie is kind of a mess plot-wise, but Blue Eyes Shining Dragon is cool. I don't know, it's got your classic Kaiba can just never let anything go. And I respect that. He's a great character. It is pouring rain right now. Wow, chat was blown away by Dawn Fan. They already had Togepi in the series, so I don't think I thought really much about Dawn Fan. Gen 2 is already, like, on the way. Also, there's 100! Woo! I still like Yu-Gi-Oh, but Yu-Gi-Oh is a very different franchise now than how it was when I was a kid. I mean, Donphan's a great Pokemon, chat. I don't disagree. It's one of my very first full odd shinies I remember actually getting. I got one shiny in Mount Silver in Heart Gold. The first 3 or 4 movies were decent before the films became big advertisements for legendaries and mythicals. Yeah, Mimikyu, I agree. It came to a point where, I don't know. I mean, I kind of stopped watching the movies around when the voice cast changed from 4Kids to in-house. I think a lot of the movies that came after, like, 4 are just... I don't know. Not that the originals are like cinematic masterpieces, although I do really like 3. 3 is such a beautiful movie. The animation in that is insane. I want to say it came after? I don't remember. It's definitely cutting it close. The voice cast shifted before the Battle Frontier season. You thought Mewtwo Returns was weird as a kid? I like Mewtwo Returns. I think it's great. It raises a legitimately interesting question. When Mewtwo asks what's more important, their safety or their freedom. What's up, Dragon? Remember that girl character in the second movie and they tried to do like a love triangle situation? That was a choice. Mewtwo is just Shadow the Hedgehog. Have you noticed that? When I watched Sonic 3 in theaters, it's like, this could just be Mewtwo. This could seriously just be Mewtwo. Mewtwo has a little girl character that humanized him. Shadow has Maria. They're both have imagery where they're in like scientific tanks. They both have scientists and evil people involved. Very similar characters. And Blackboard Greymon from Digimon also has some similarities too. Not as many, but dark clone characters were all the rage in the 90s and early 2000s, chat. They both have transformations triggered by stones. You're right. You're right. Yeah, they're both a copy of an original. What? They're a copy of an original that's seen as more like pure and I guess Mew is not necessarily heroic. And yeah, you're right. In the Japanese version, Mew is kind of a little nasty. Mew is like, geez, you shouldn't say that, Mew. Mew, whoa. You can't just say that, Mew. Man, when I went to go see Pokemon 2000 in theaters, it was such a jam-packed theater that I had to sit in the front row. That was an experience, let me tell ya. I mean, the scenes where Pokemon get cloned in the first movie are honestly really neat. When Team Rocket is like goofing around down there and they activate the computer and all the clones are like birthed out of those tubes. It's pretty cool. I mean, in the first season, Ash got a lot of his gym badges from... how do I word this? He was just kind of like given them. Because he was in the right place in the right time and helped out. But he did have some good, legit fights. One. Yeah, I mean, they stopped airing the movies in theaters here after what, like the fourth movie? Was Pokemon Heroes in theaters, chat? I don't remember. What's up, Coops? Terrakion will be 10K. I mean, I wouldn't mind a longer hunt, because we still have a lot of time to wait until PLZA, chat. I gotta bide my time. Bide. Funny little Pokemon joke for you all. Although, times have definitely changed. A lot of big popular animes get movies, and then the movies come over and are in theaters here for a limited time, so if they did release a new animated Pokemon movie, there's a chance that they could release it in theaters as like a limited run thing. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions was in theaters for a little bit. I mean, the Zarude movie didn't do good in Japan, which, granted, this is during COVID, but I kind of think that was a nail in the coffin. Obviously, they're gonna make another Pokemon movie at some point, but I think after that, I don't know, it's hard to tell because how long had they planned for Ash to be shuffled out and to bring in, like, Liko and do Pokemon Horizons? We don't know. And there's rumors that Horizons is gonna have an ending at some point soon. Alright, 115. This is such a fast shiny hunt. Oh my goodness. I am shiny hunting Terrakion. That is what's going on. Man, if they released a modern Pokemon movie in theaters, imagine the, like, popcorn buckets they could make and sell. I mean, that's something lawyers handle. I don't imagine any active developer really cares about an ongoing lawsuit. Powerworld just put out a big update. I think they actually tweaked the sphere mechanic that Game Freak is suing them over. Yeah, Pokemon's definitely going through like a transitional phase right now, I feel like. The anime is in a completely different place. We're about to get on the Switch 2. That would be kind of interesting, though, if they decide to wrap up Horizons and then we get like a new cast of protagonist characters every few years. Maybe that's their plan. I've seen people claim Horizons hasn't done well, but I don't know if that's even real or true. Or if it's just from seething Ash stans. Oh, well, it doesn't have my favorite character, Ash Ketchum, so it's 0 out of 10. A shiny Lil Eep? Nice. You ever see somebody on Twitter with an Ash profile picture, you know you're about to read the most awful take imaginable. Jelly donuts. Yeah, people definitely don't like... I mean, some people love it. Some people absolutely do my daily. What do you mean my daily? Some people love the Sun and Moon anime. I think a lot of people hate it because of the animation change, which I don't think is valid. To me, that type of complaint reminds me of people who were bitching over, like, Wind Waker's reveal. That's what it really reminds me of. It's different, therefore it's bad. Oh god, don't do Digimon Try with Pokemon. That would be an atrocity. Talk about a company that doesn't know what to do with its franchise. Oh, jeez. I don't know, there's also something a little bit funny about Pokemon fans complaining that the Sun and Moon anime looks childish, like... something pot meat kettle. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not really doing much at the moment either. They've split up their card game into all these different formats, and the current anime is clearly targeting just kids, so... I think a lot of these franchises that really blew up with millennials are kind of not sure what to do with themselves. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Yeah, I've heard people who've actually watched the Sun and Moon anime enjoy it a lot. I mean, that's where Ash got his first big W. Digimon all went wrong with Frontiers. Frontiers was not a success for them. Dude, Frontiers was not a success for them. It wasn't popular here, and it was not popular in Japan. And then it basically took a hiatus for a few years and came back with Saber / Data Squad. Yeah, I don't think Konami has any earthly idea what they're doing. I mean, Master Duel was a good move on their part. Digimon has a popular TCG, and there's no online game for that. Which, if you're gonna commit to making a giant new card game, you gotta have an online simulation game to go with it. I have mixed feelings about Frontiers. I think a lot of Frontier Digimon designs are dog ass. I think a lot of the designs are just kind of bad. I don't like the rip-off Tentomon guys' designs. You just have Wolf again. I don't know. I think the sauce was kind of lost with some of those designs. Yeah, I mean, Master Duel is a great game, but the card game itself has many problems. Yeah, Frontiers has a cool opening. Are you describing Master Duel or Pokemon Pocket? Well, actually with Pocket, I think you more prefer to go second. I am curious to see how Pokemon will keep up Pocket in the next year. In fact, I think I have a pack I could open. No, that's TikTok. That's the wrong thing. Okay. I haven't really pulled anything lately. Oh, the full art Slandit. Yeah, but I don't like that Pokemon. It's hard to care about a full art of a Pokemon I actually don't like. I want another full art EX. I want to get like Gyarados EX full art. That'd be sick. Love Gyarados. Almost 10k resets on Palkia and BDSP. Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I'll open a Mythical Island. I've opened a few Pikachu packs chasing hollows I still need, and I never get them, and it just makes me feel sad. Okay, let's try. Nothing. Druddigon, Flabebe, Cramorant, Swirlix, and Pokeflute. I've seen a lot of people who are not huge Pokemon fans talking about Pocket, so it's not as much as Pogo, but I've definitely seen the more casual Pokemon crowd respond well with Pocket. Yeah, Pikachu EX is still good. Oh no, the classic In Too Deep shiny hunt. Oh. And then we have a full box coming in January, according to the data leaks, so there'll be a full box sometime in January. That's what I'm really curious about, chat. A year from now, what is the power creep in Pocket gonna be like? That's what I want to know. Also, I feel like the big box in January, I feel like they're gonna go down the gens. So we got Genetic Apex, which is mostly Gen 1. So then they'll do 2, and then they'll do 3, 4, etc. With the mini boxes kind of just being miscellaneous Pokemon. I did pull a Zapdos EX from the rare Wonder Pick. I didn't actually have that. The only bird EX I've been able to pull is Moltres. Yeah, are they gonna do a ban list and seasons and stuff like that? I think the competitive, the way it is right now, is really bare bones. I do have the Rainbow Moltres, but guess what? I got that from a Wonder Pick. That was the best Wonder Pick I've ever had. The heart of the cards was truly on my side for that one. I mean, the Zapdos I got from Wonder Pick too, so that's the only way I can pull any sort of legendary bird. I have to get him from Wonder Pick. Otherwise, it's not happening. Yeah, the sleep decks are really evil. I've pulled Dedenne from the free Wonder Pick 3 times in a row. Alright. Sure. I did it a little prematurely, but this is Terrakion 142. Most of my Wonder Picks that have come up have all been terrible. I tried twice for the full art Leaf Trainer, did not get it. I tried once for a full art Blaine, did not pull that. I need somebody to pull, like, Hollow. I combined Hollow with Golem. I need Hollow Golem Hypno, Wheezing, and Alakazam. I wish the pack points... Oh, I got my free pack. I can open another pack. I wish the pack points weren't so chintzy. It takes so long. Oh, Cramorant, Galvantula, Cramorant, Snivy, Gyarados EX, but it's just a regular Gary. I already had Gary. Oh, you did the 10? I've only been able to pull like 10 packs at once, one time. I'm not patient enough to save all my hourglasses like some of you guys are. Yeah, I got to do 10 for like the tutorial. I'm not strong enough. I watched somebody do a 10 pack on a streamer do a 10 pack and they didn't get anything. See, if I did a 10 pack and got nothing, I would cry. I would have to walk away. I think they got like a full art or two, but it was ones they already have. That would bum me out. I've still not pulled a God Pack. Never pulled a God Pack. I've never pulled a God Pack in the real TCG either. Knowing me, I'd pull a God Pack and then it would be... I've seen some people get atrocious God Packs where it's like the same card 4 times. Also, chat, I should probably bring this up now, but I'm thinking tomorrow's gonna be the big birthday stream. My birthday is actually on a Monday, which is a day I don't stream, so it's probably gonna be tomorrow. Here's the thing, though. What do I shiny hunt? Do I commit and try to get the Totodile Outbreak? But what if I sit there and reset Outbreak for like 2 hours? Nobody wants to watch that. Commit to the bit. I mean, I've been told the Totodile Outbreak is pretty abysmal, too. Happy early birthday, thank you. Yeah, we'll dress up Booper in a little festive birthday outfit. It'll be good. My favorite birthday shiny of years past is probably Maractus. That was a great one. Also, 150. I'm about to reset, camp reset for Terrakion as many times as there's Pokemon in Gen 1. Yeah, all that, oh, that reminds me of all their outbreaks would still be in the game. So I'd still have to deal with Fracture And blueberry. Oh, that sounds like a bad time. That sounds like a bad time. I'm very lucky I got that Snom outbreak. For Snomus. Which I've had to get rid of like 9 copyright claims on that video. They always get the who uploaded the Pokemon Christmas Bash into the YouTube copyright system? That's so evil. Thanks, Benny. That's so evil. Yeah, I guess I'll ponder. I mean, I could try for Smoliv. I could try to get a birthday Smoliv. I almost feel more confident in getting Smoliv to appear than Totodile. I want to be done with all the Gen 9 shinies I can possibly get from Scarlet Violet before PLZA comes out. So that's Smoliv's line, Wugtrio. One more, the Cheddars, aka Tandemouse. I think that's pretty much it. I'm almost done with everything that could be shiny in Gen 9's decks. Yeah, it will be on my actual birthday. Can't believe I'm gonna get over like 200. I was not expecting this hunt to be so fast. You had 3 on a single. Wow. I saw somebody on Twitter get 3 Fracture shiny at the same time, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, reminder chat, if you haven't grabbed Rayquaza, Shiny Carbink, Fracture, or Totodile, I had to think about what the last one was. Your time's running out. You only got like a few more days. I think it ends on the 5th. You got like a week. And change. Look at Colossal back there. Snacko. Tyler, we're gonna hem and haw over what games to buy on the Steam sale, and we're gonna miss it. Does it end that quickly? Tyler, we gotta figure it out. Is that the Snacko game you linked me? I got a Steam gift card for Christmas, chat, and it's too many choices on what to get on the Steam sale. farming and house. $3. I don't really. The captain. Photograph dozens of whimsical creatures and then solve puzzles to get them to strike collectible poses. Yeah, that's definitely inspired by Pokemon Snap. That's for sure. American Truck Simulator. I mean, you say that, but Steam was advertising Euro Truck Simulator 2 to me. Steam is funny because you'll be scrolling, looking through things, and some games are like $2.50, and then you have like that Indiana Jones game which just came out. It is Bethesda though. Bethesda discounts games really fast, but it's like $2.50 versus $69.99. Somebody, I can't remember what it was called. I watched Sips play like a truck simulator game, but it was in space. It was really cool. Such a unique idea. What if you carried cargo, but in space? Yeah, and then you buy them and never play them. That is the Steam experience. Very much so. No, don't throw a Pokeball at it. Pokeball kind of matches regular Terrakion with the orange. They have a, there's a card shop simulator game that's kind of fun looking. You get to open packs and sell cards, and if you pull anything decent from the packs, you can put them in the case to sell them. Yeah, you could spray stinky customers in that game. I watch Sips play grocery store simulator. They'll make a simulation game out of anything. Oh, I didn't mean to actually move there. The cards that you can pull in TCG Shop Simulator are so Pokemon inspired. Okay, me moving did not matter. Turns out, did not matter. Oh, there's already mods for it? That's funny. Nobody works faster than mod makers for games. Nobody works faster than mod makers. They really don't. That's cool that you could download mods to make it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. Oh yeah, there was something I was gonna talk about today, chat. It kind of made me chuckle. So, Pokemon, it's green, right? It's Pokemon, is it Pokemon green? It's not blue, because is it Japan? Let me actually make sure I'm citing this source correctly. After 28 years, Pokemon Red and Green have been dethroned as the best-selling games in Japan. Wait, that's Pokemon. Well, you'll never guess what surpassed it, chat. You'll never guess what surpassed it. Almost a little bit ironic. It got surpassed by Animal Crossing New Horizons. It has become Japan's best-selling physical game ever. Why? Here's the thing though, chat. Maybe the curse is lifted. Maybe the curse is gonna go to Animal Crossing now, and that franchise will be nothing but doo-doo dog shit garbage, and Pokemon will get better. Maybe the curse is lifted. Maybe we're all free. I mean, New Horizons is already doo-doo dog shit garbage, so the transformation's already happened. It's already happening. The fact that it went on to become Japan's best-selling physical game makes it even more hilarious that Nintendo dropped that game to go work on Splatoon. Oh, man. And people think Game Freak makes bad choices. Well, it just crossed that now. For some reason, people over there are still buying that soulless, empty, contentless game. That's crazy. But maybe now the curse can be transferred to Animal Crossing. Yeah, it did not for me either. Growing up, all I heard about Animal Crossing was how much people loved it, and then I played New Horizons, and... This is what you people love? This is the franchise that people like? Huh. Interesting. quite different from the others? If you say so, Tyler. If you say so. Wait, are you saying I played it like I started my team with level 100? What are you talking about? I didn't time skip until... I don't think I participated in a lot of time skipping. Which... Who cares? It's not like Animal Crossing fans throwing a tantrum when people time skip is really funny to me. Guess what? I time skipped and it was still boring as sludge. It was still a mind-numbingly boring experience with barely anything to do. The game is perceived... The game is so slow. And like having to constantly rebuy all the tools and stuff, the horrendous way you terraform the land in that game, no guides or anything. It's just such a... Stardew Valley mogs that game. Most other... I've never played, like... what's that other farming game people love? Farm Sim... I'm sure that's better too. I mean, maybe they should put Animal Crossing... I mean, they did have a mobile game, but what you're describing is a mobile game. You're not describing a AAA video game. You're describing a mobile game. There's nothing to do in the game. You're stuck on that one island, and all the islands you can go to are just randomly generated variations of the same thing. There's nothing to do in the game. It's extremely boring. And talking to all the villagers was awful. They just repeat the same dialogue over and over again. Like, I like Bob. I think Bob's really cute. But Bob just talked to me about the bugs in his wall for like 500 years. The dialogue in that game was a massive disappointment. Like, why should I care about going to an island and finding a villager I like if they're all just carbon copies of the same thing? The same barely functioning AI character with a different skin. I mean, the fossil stuff gets old. You just find the dig spot and you dig it and that's it. It's like a game for lobotomites. It's just so... There's no gameplay. You just go to thing, hit button, thing done. Unless your shovel breaks and then you gotta go buy a new one. What's up, Mr. Mallard? I mean, there's nothing silly to do in the game. It's just boring collectathons that are just not very interesting. There's no gameplay. I guess people just like games where you barely do anything. There doesn't have to be puzzles or any combat, anything interesting. People just like when you play a game and you hit A. Also, I didn't really like a lot of the main featured characters. I didn't like the hedgehog ladies that much. I didn't find them to be very interesting. I did not like the influencer beaver. Why does every video game have to have an influencer character? Please. Please make it stop. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, this joke was overdone in 2011. Please. Immediately gets a shiny and then gets another 5 minutes later. Nice. I mean, I think Animal Crossing is popular because of the characters. It's almost a Pokemon type game. Or Pokemon situation where you just have so many characters. There's gonna be a villager that for somebody. Hence all the weird people arguing over Raymond. Come pay to visit my island so you can see Raymond in boxes. Oh, ad warning, I forgot. I'm sorry, chat. I was too busy looking at Terrakion. I'm so sorry. Could have turned Tiss walking or floating around in the background. What a guy. Alright, chat. Well, ads play on Twitch. I'm gonna get up for a second. Tapu Bulu will keep you all company. I didn't realize I put 2 Tapus on my team. That was not intentional. Oh, hi, Scizor. Oh, hi, Scizor. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, Terrakion. Did you miss us? Do 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 do. Reminder, chat, that I put up my biggest shiny fail of 2024 on YouTube. If you haven't caught that, it's a pretty funny watch. And then the full compilation, I'm still working on it. Oh, downloading hundreds of clips is awful, chat. I'm my own worst enemy. I should download them like once per month. It's taking a long time just to download everything. And there's just been a lot going on lately. Been a lot going on. But I want to have it done before January. That's my goal anyway. The YouTube algorithm doesn't seem to like me no matter what I do, so I don't know why I stress out about this as if it ultimately matters, but, you know. Yeah, I haven't touched Let's Go since, by the way. That was in July this year. I have not touched Let's Go since that incident. Oh, you finished the trio? Now you're on to Drago and Aleki? Nice. Congrats. I like when people say Cobalion is Cobalion. When I put Cobalion in the tags, and you spell it like Cobalion, so I mentally wanted to say Cobalion. I mean, it's just supposed to be Cobalt. Is Cobalion? What is Cobalion? Is it a cat? A dog? Some mysterious third thing? I actually don't even know. A deer? Yeah, is it a deer? Not a lion at all. An antelope? I do not know. Oh man, my room is hot. That's what I know. I know it's gonna be 60 degrees today. Sheesh. It's funny how many Christmas songs reference snow. But it never snows on Christmas. I cannot think of the last time I've had a white Christmas. December is usually just rainy on the East Coast, not in the mountains. It was on the ground, but not actively falling. That's something, at least. I went out and looked at, drove around, you know, all the neighborhoods and looked at Christmas lights. Usually I see, like, some really neat houses that have lights and stuff, but I didn't really see a whole lot of interesting things this year. Lots of, like, you know, Rudolph and Grinch. I didn't even see that many Minions. I saw the same inflatable of, like, the family from Bluey a few times. Lots of Star Wars. I don't know why Star Wars is so popular for Christmas decorations. I'm surprised they don't sell, like, Pikachu inflatable with a Christmas hat here. Alright, we're almost at 200, chat. I did not think I was gonna get this many in one stream. Wow. Hi. There is indeed a Star Wars Christmas special, but these are not in reference to that. Yeah, maybe people aren't spending the money. Who knows? Hallmark had all their ornaments like 50% off on the 26th. So I got their Magikarp and their Blastoise half off. I can't wait to put Magikarp on my Christmas tree. I actually have a little collection of Pikachu ornaments. Some of them are just freebies from the Pokémon Center. But I actually have like 3 or 4 different Pikachu ornaments at this point. Do I have the charm? I do, but I don't think the shiny charm affects these hunts, does it? $1.99. No, it does. Well... yeah, typically the shiny charm doesn't work on static encounters. Alright, there's 200. I like this battle theme. It's good. It's a good battle theme. This music actually isn't too bad either. Like, it's actually pretty pleasant. A lot of the route music in Sword and Shield I don't like. But this is a nice, pleasant song. It almost kind of reminds me of like Kitakami, where it's just a nice, easy listening song. Going after Drago, nice. When I shiny hunt the Regis, maybe I'll go in order. Well, maybe I'll do Gigas first. We'll cross the Regi bridge when I get there. I did shiny hunt, was it Registeel? I have shiny hunted Registeel before. So, it's not... it wouldn't be my first time shiny hunting a Regi. $202. Gardevoir's got a cool cry. I like when Pokemon cries have like... I don't know if it actually has reverb, but it sounds like it has reverb. It's the perfect cry for a psychic Pokemon. You caught them when they weren't shiny. That usually I see people come in and say that about Dynamax Adventures Pokemon. They caught them without realizing that they should have saved them. I mean, we'll still be doing Dynamax Adventures streams next year, chat. Do not worry. They are not going anywhere. Still have plenty of Dynamax streams ahead of us. Like Terrakion's big frowny face. Smosh Pokemon IRL. Now that's a throwback. My favorite OG Smosh video was always, the Mortal Kombat one. Yeah, the only... I remember the night Crown Tundra came out, and somebody on Twitter got Latios shiny. And so I was like, wait a second. People were already getting them shiny the night that Crown Tundra came out. So I was like, if these are able to be shiny, I'm gonna say no. But yeah, if you had no idea, then it just sucks. How are you supposed to know? And then if you take that logic and apply it to like Scarlet Violet, it doesn't even matter because everything in that game is locked. So you could catch all the snack worth legendaries and it doesn't make a difference. But actually, oh man, oh my god, the yawns. It doesn't actually make a difference. I saw a Pokemon content creator put out a weird TikTok clip of him saying that Pokemon fans are funny because they won't catch the legendaries in Scarlet Violet because you can't shiny hunt them, and I'm like, what are you what? Is this where mainstream Pokemon content creators are now? Giving people a hard time for not wanting to catch dupe legendaries that can't be shiny? Fucking idiot. I don't need a million Groudons, you know? I already have plenty of legendary Pokemon. If they're not shiny, I don't care. How does that put me in the wrong? Like, as if catching the legendaries that are just randomly plopped in the maps in Scarlet Violet is that riveting of content. What a stupid idiot. Pokemon fans when they don't catch the legendary. Is this method better to set up than just resetting for it? It's 1 second faster. So yes. The camp method is just a teeny tiny little bit faster. Which 1 second is 1 second. But if this shiny hunt went on for a long time, then that would save me many minutes. Like, it wouldn't be the most insane time save of all time, but you know, a second is a second. If this was a speed run, you know? Yeah, Korei Mirai system is very clunky. I agree, Jaded. Yep, you just encounter it, go to camp, and it'll be back. Just like that. It's very easy, and it's way faster than I thought it was gonna be. This is my first camp reset in this game, and I am honestly shocked by how quick it is. Yeah, no skipping dates, no Dynamax Den. This is very straightforward. Like, this is the first day I've shiny hunted Terrakion, and I already have 218 on my tracker. The shiny charm does work with the swords? But why not the Reggies? It has to just be a weird error, right? There's no way that was intentionally programmed. How strange. Yeah, I can't believe how easy this is. At least we can shiny hunt him like this. I can't believe Drago and Alecki are not locked. Like, it amazes me every time I think about it. Especially with, the way they turned around with SV and shiny locked everything. The fact that Drago and Alecki are available to shiny hunt almost feels like a miracle. A true shiny miracle. That would be like if Terraplagos and Ogerpon and the Loyal 3 were able to be shiny hunted in the DLC for SV. Although the Sword Shield DLC isn't perfect because you can't get Cubfu or Urshifu shiny. Isle of Armor is just so much worse than Crown Tundra. Crown Tundra, honestly, pretty spicy. You got Dynamax Adventure. I mean, you still can't shiny hunt like Calyrex, which stinks. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're inconsistent, right? You can shiny hunt new Pokemon Regieleki and Drago, but you couldn't shiny hunt Calyrex or the horses. It's kind of dumb. I would love to shiny hunt Spectrier, chat. I cannot wait for the day that I get to shiny hunt Spectrier. Really cool Pokemon. Nice shiny, too. Glass Tears is not as nice. I actually kind of like shiny Calyrex, too. The gold... Calyrex is the most mythical coded legendary I've ever seen. The gold shiny Calyrex has reminds me so much of like shiny Hoopa. It's another shiny that's locked. Funny that. Hoopla! I'd give this more credit if you could shiny hunt Keldeo, but as we've gone over, you cannot. Are they so allergic to making mythicals shiny accessible? Manaphy should have been shiny huntable in PLA. I will stand by this forever. Yeah, the cutscene thing, maybe you're right, because it has story significance, which is so dumb. Like, just program it shiny when you actually encounter it. But then they're probably like, well, this would confuse little Timmy. Yeah, and now Shaman and Darkrai are legitimately hard, like, very impossible for a lot of people to shiny hunt because they didn't get the mystery event, mystery gift for BDSP. But I think you are right, Midnight. I think it is like a story thing. Because what can't you also shiny hunt anymore? The starters. Like, if Scorbunny was slightly brownish gray, little Timmy would just be too confused. You see the starters in cutscenes too. And same thing with the box legendaries. You can't shiny hunt Zacian or Zama. But you can get him shiny in Pokemon Go. I need like a vomiting sound effect on my board. Alright, chat, I think I'm gonna get to 250 and then call it. I gotta work on the shiny comp, and tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Yeah, it's like they're being they're being weird purposely about the story Pokemon. And then of course, it's funny because like who cares about the story? You're telling me I can't shiny hunt Zacian or Zamazenta because they're story related, and this is the story you want me to care about? Ugh. This is tragic. Yeah, the Darkrai and Shaman thing in BDSP is so dumb. And then if you want to shiny hunt Arceus, you need another $60 game. Pokemon gets away with so much anti-consumerism shit. It's honestly insane. They really get away with so much. It's like people are always so quick to call out companies like Activision, EA, which they should, it's deserved, but like, you never hear that type of chatter over Game Freak and Pokemon. And Pokemon Home is its own horrendous nightmare of an issue. And they've done this for a long time. This has always been a long time coming. They've done this since we were all bebes. Like, think about Gen 3 era where you had to get like the GameCube games to complete your Pokédex, and how weird the Pokédexes are in that they are in that game because they had to provide you Pokemon that are not in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, etc. Or Pokemon that are hard to get in Fire Red, Leaf Green. These games were cheaper back then. Sheesh. I don't know, man. They get away with a lot of shady stuff that people just never bring up. And again, don't get me started on like the paid Pokemon Go stuff. The fact that you could pay for raids and stuff for like shiny Zacian and Zamazenta, even though I can't shiny hunt them in the mainline games. Ridiculous. $100? Oh. That is brutal. Just wait until the Switch 2 is announced in like a week or two and Nintendo's like, all of the Switch 2 games are gonna be $70. The only Pokemon game I've ever seen for deep discount is BDSP. Sword and Shield still sells for a lot. SV still sell for a lot. Alright, chat, if you had 10 shots... Oh yeah, that's not talking about like retro Pokemon games, which are $5 billion, and then you run the risk of buying counterfeits. I mean, the retro gaming market in general is quite bad. But buying old Pokemon games is really brutal. Especially if you want something like Gale of Darkness or Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black and White. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they never did, Justin. Why? Do they think they're Apple, where they can just never put their products on sale? Insulting. Because you waited for them too long. No! Yeah, and like Pokemon, they don't re-release these games, so a lot of newer fans of the franchise cannot play the best games in the franchise unless they emulate, which is very tragic. Like, if you have any interest in Pokemon at all, it's absolutely worth emulating old games to play. You'd probably have a fun time with it. Put it on your phone or whatever. Or even on desktop. But it shouldn't have to be that way, you know? To recommend Black and White to somebody, I shouldn't have to be like, well, download Desamume. You want to play Fire Red Leaf Green? Have you tried MGBA? Yeah, Let's Go is such an old game and it's never that discounted. It really is crazy. Pokemon games are like Apple products. Well, I think, yeah, they don't want those old Pokemon games to compete with themselves. They want you to buy Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They don't want you to go buy Pokemon Yellow. It's still so insane to me that you can play Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 on NSO, but you can't hook it up with a game, so you have to use rentals. Pokemon Stadium is an evil game. I was watching a speedrunner go through Stadium. That is such a diabolical game. Pokemon Stadium is no joke. Yeah, Midnight, I don't know. By all accounts, it doesn't make any sense. We can only theorize. Didn't they re-release, like, Crystal, Yellow, all those games on the 3DS towards the end of the 3DS's lifetime? Alright, 150 coming up. Or 250. My brain is leaking out of my skull. I said that right before Shiny Charizard appeared and ran away. How funny. 250! Judging their future selves? Maybe? Sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, did the Virtual Console games have bad sales and that's why we're like never gonna get them again? It's such a poor way to preserve your franchise though. Ugh. Don't you want newer generations to go back and play some of what people consider your finest games? That's assuming they care about any sort of like artistic thing though, but they I don't know. All they care about is the dollar. All they care about is that dollary-doo. Let's do 251 just for chuckles. Just, well, no, that's not what I want to do. How they gave us Celebi on Crystal. Yeah. Mew in Gen 3 would be amazing. It would truly be amazing. Wretched Pokemon, thanks for the raid. Now I guess we're doing a few more. All they want is coin. All they want is coin. You know, one thing about Virtual Console 2 is that I've never seen somebody be like, yeah, I don't want it. I've never seen somebody be like, yeah, you know what? I don't want Virtual Console. It's almost always overwhelmingly positive responses. People want to play their old games. But thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. Like, are they Square Enix with these sales estimates? What are they exactly expecting? Our game has to sell 5 billion copies, otherwise it's a failure. I don't know. They're such a weird company to try to predict and try to speculate on why they do the things that they do. Again, by all accounts, it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Imagine Tut-Tutting at 10 million copies sold. Most game devs would dream of numbers like that. Number must go up, the line must go up. Such a sad mentality that these corporations have. If we're not constantly growing, things are bad. I mean, even that's just speculation. Nobody truly knows why they I mean, honestly, it's because of the jump in technology. I really think that's more of the case. Game Freak was a small studio that made small pixel games, and then the technology kept advancing and advancing and advancing, and they could not keep up with it. And then when they decide to get a studio to work on a game like BDSP, they go with they go with possibly one of the strangest choices ever. Instead of like, you know how Nintendo's always working with like Monolith. Oh yeah, like the Gen 1 pandering in X and Y is truly unreal. You guys remember this little Pokemon called Charizard? You guys remember Snorlax, right? And it's carried on through in every gen in some way, shape, and form. 7, all the Alolan forms are Gen 1. Leon has his Gigantamax Charizard in 8. Well, thanks again for the raid, Wretched. Have a good one. Yeah, Pocket is mostly Gen 1, well, at least Genetic Apex. But Snom is in the set. I do love Snom. Alright, we're gonna go to 269, chat. For real, for real. Again, I've watched a few people play Pocket, chat, and I've learned that people do not know how to pronounce Dedenne. A lot of newer Pokemon, it's really funny, watching people kind of tilt their heads and go, Dedenne? Day? I saw somebody hesitate to say Marshadow, which I thought was really funny. They're like, who is this? Which, I mean, I don't blame them. Marshadow was barely introduced at all. Shiny Huntin' and Legends Arceus? That's not my favorite game on the Switch to Shiny Hunt in, so not really. Save? Save often? Dedenne. Dedenne. Gardevoir's always levitating in the background. Alright, 265. I think the only PLA shiny I have in the compilation this year is that Monferno I got. I think that might be the only PLA shiny in the compilation this year. It is overwhelmingly Scarlet Violet with a lot of Sword and Shield and a little dashing of BDSP. Alright, if you had one shot. Get him, Todd. It just works. Who's laughing now? Alright, here we go. Alright, chat. Well, tomorrow will be my sort of early into actual birthday stream, so that'll be fun. I guess I'll bring the camp up and bring it back and save. Starfield 2. No way! Whoops. Well, I mean, there's 270, I guess. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the follow. I cannot put my controller away. There it is. Thanks for all the follows, the resubs, and the raids. Appreciate it. Check out the Discord. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. I appreciate y'all. Again, if you missed it, I put up my biggest shiny fail of 2024 up on YouTube. It's pretty funny. I like the way that video came out a lot. I'm still working on the full compilation, so in fact, I'm gonna go work on that later, so but thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was a really good first Terrakion stream. So we'll definitely be doing more Terrakion in the future. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a good night. Rest of your day. Peace.